Okay, guys, so today I'm going to go over the 2025 Honda CR-V Sport Touring. So this is the highest level for the CR-V. So the first thing I'm going to go over is the key fob. So we're first got to learn how to do remote start. So the way you do remote start is pretty simple. All you do is you click lock twice and you press and hold the circle. You wait for a flash indicating that the car took the signal. And once it turns on, you have the multiple flashes confirming that the car is on. So the car will be on for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it will turn off. The good thing about this new remote start is that it takes the temperature from the ice outside. It makes it hot or cold inside. So in the summertime, it will turn on the AC. In the wintertime, it will turn on the heat, but also your front defroster, rear defroster, your side mirrors, and if you and the touring, since you have the heated steering wheel, your heated steering wheel will also be on as well. Okay, let's say you change your mind, you don't want to go out anymore. All you do is you press and hold the circle, turns off the car. In those really hot days in the summertime, what I like to do is open up the windows ahead of time. So the way you do that is you press and hold the circle. You double click, unlock, and hold it. Sorry about that. And you keep holding it, all the windows will come down. So what I like to do is drop all the windows, remote start the car, get all the hot air ahead of time. So with the ski fob, you can also open your trunk since you have the power tailgate. All you do is you press and hold it, and we'll unlock it for you. So in case you want to open the trunk before you get the grocery cart in there, or you can also close it from here as well. But since this is the touring, you also have something called the hands-free tailgate. So all you have to do is you have your key with you in your pocket or purse. You come back here. So the way you activate it is right here. You use the logo right here in the middle. All you do is you put your foot like you're kicking the bumper. It will open for you. So this is your trunk area on the car. So this is completely fat. You cannot take this out because the batteries are underneath there. With the hybrids, you don't have a spare tire anymore. So all you have is now a inflation kit right here. So in case you hit nails or anything like that, you need to patch the tire. You can. All you have to do is put it on patch mode. You can patch it. It will get you to the next tire shop, dealership, whatever is close for you. Or you just need to fill up with air. You can also use it as a regular pump. There. So what the funnel is for emergencies. So as long as the car is unlocked, your cap for your pump is open. So in case you're going to a regular gas station, all you have to do is just put in the pump. When you're done, you just simply close it. But in case of emergencies, you have those emergency gasoline carriers. Just put it in here and you can start pouring the gas. But it's just for emergencies only. Other than that, you'll never probably use it. Put this back. Like that. So this can be programmed so you can make it lower or higher depending how much heightness you want when this opens, because sometimes people have lower garages. So let's say I want it at this height. All I do to program it is pretty simple. All you do is you press and hold this. You wait for 2 beeps. Once you hear those 2 beeps, it's confirmed. So every time it opens, you gotta go to this height. You can press this to unlock it. To lock it or close it. Or you can simply just wave your foot underneath the bumper again. Oops. And they will close for you. So I'll make it stop here real quickly. So right underneath here, you have one long button right here, and you have a little one here. This is to unlock it manually, and this is to lock it manually in case you just want to make sure you lock it all the way. You press the little one, it's locked. In case you ever get locked out of the car, the way you can access the front of the car, you have a little square right here. All you do is you press it, you pull this in, and then here's your regular key. This can be used for a couple different things to unlock the car to get inside the car in case the car dies, or you can also, in this case, when I have all the windows down, you can raise them back up. The way you do that, all you do, right underneath here, there's a key slot. You put it in here, you do lock twice, and you hold it. You keep holding it, all the windows will close, plus your sunroof as well. Okay, so other than that, you really don't need this key out. So here, All you need the key fob is when you want to remote start the car, open the trunk by night. Really, you can just use your foot. Other than that, you can stay in your pocket or purse. You can slide your hand inside to unlock it. There's a beep to say that it's unlocked. There's 3 lines right here to manually lock it. But we can also program the car to lock itself the moment you walk away. All right, so now I'm gonna have Jesse go over the back seat. So I'm gonna open this all the way. Give me a second.
Hello, everyone. So the back seat's pretty good. It's nice and comfortable, especially for a person that's 5'11". You have enough decent sized space here. Same thing on top. And it's also reclinable. So you grab this little handle right here, and it can go all the way back until the seat hits the wheel wells. You bring it back up. And then you do have an armrest here where it has 2 cup holders and for you to rest up. And it also has a middle seat. So the cool thing about this middle seat is now you can actually detach it and reattach it. So you pull this plug out, this one as well. You bring it with, and then just when you hear the click, and then you're able to buckle up the middle passenger or put a baby seat or a car seat in there. And now the tricky part is to take it off. You see this little piece right here. You're gonna have to nudge it in. Perfect. And this is gonna go back in here. And the first one, and then the little one's gonna go in the middle. And then you're all set. Now Jonathan's gonna be able to help you out with the front.
One thing Jesse did forget to mention is that you have your vents underneath. Where what the vents are, you have your 2 USB-Cs right there. So in case you have your passengers, you can use to charge their tablet, anything like that. Anything you need them to charge, they can use it right there. Okay, so now going on this side, I'm gonna start showing this side of the car. I'm gonna borrow the camera. I'm gonna start going over this stuff. So right over here, you have your memory seat controls. I'll go over that in a little bit. You have your mirror controls right here, your left or right. You can program that. Your lock and unlocked. You can also lock out the windows so no one accesses them except for the driver, in case you got younger kids or anything like that. Let me turn on the car for you. So the way these seats work, you have your forward, your back, up and down, your back support, and then this one's for your lumbar support for your lower back right here. So the way the memory seats work, you set up your seats. Let me set up mine. Let me turn on the AC. And once I get myself comfortable, all I do is click set and then the number of the key I have. So 1 or 2. So you know what the number of the key is by the key fob. So on the back of the key fob, you have a number. So for example, this one's key fob number 1. So everything I do from now on when it comes to my memory seats or my settings, it will program that way. But first off, I want to go over the entertainment system or the cluster right here. So the way that works is you have a little spinner right here. You can either go up or down, just like that. And to select something, you press on this. Okay, so I'm gonna go over each and every single one of them. Again, I'm doing up and down, and to select, I press this. This is my home button. So you have the audio. Basically, nothing's on, so let me turn on the radio real quick. It will show me what station I'm on, and also when I skip, it goes to my next preset. If I'm on CarPlay, it will go to the next song if I'm using Spotify or Apple Music. Your phone, it will show you what phone's connected. Next one, navigation, it will show you a compass. If you have a destination set in the car's navigation, it will show you your next turn. You have 1 mile, 2 miles to your next turn. You have your tension monitor. So as you can see on that one, you have 4 lines. When you're driving the car, 4 bars means you're okay. You're driving perfectly. 3 bars, you're okay. 2 bars, the car's gonna start warning you to start taking a break. 1 bar, the car will not stay quiet until you actually stop and take a break. The way it knows that by is by the way you're steering the car and keeping your constant speed. Here is the all-wheel drive, so basically it will show you what wheel is getting what kind of power. So if I put the car in drive, when I start putting power on the wheels, it will show me what wheel is getting power. Seatbelt reminder, it will show me who has their seatbelt, who does not have the seatbelt on. Maintenance. So Honda recommends to come in for maintenance every 6 months or every 6,000 miles, whichever you do first. Usually when you're doing the miles, you want to come when it's at 15-20% oil life. This is your safety support. So basically this is where you can turn on and off your safety features. So the first one you get here is your lane departure. So the way you start moving away from the line, the car will tell you lane departure and like slightly tilt you back into the road, so you can always overpower whenever you need to. Here you can turn off your blind spot sensors in case you don't like them. Your blind spot sensors are located right there in the mirror. They're in the little car right there. They will light up orange when someone's in your blind spot. Let's say you start turning and ignoring the lights, the car will basically start beeping at you, reminding you there's someone in your blind spot. This is in case you want to turn off your low speed braking control with the adaptive cruise control. This is the one you want to get used to turning on and off. This is your parking sensors. All you do is you press on it to turn them off when you're entering the car wash. You press it again to turn them back on when you're out of the car wash. This one's your pre-collision system. So basically, the moment, let's say you're driving, someone brake checks you, the car will warn you saying brake. Let's say you don't pay attention to that, the car will basically stop so you won't get into an accident. This is in case you don't want to see anything, you want a regular MPG gauge, you can have that right there. There you go. Oh wait. There we go. You can adjust the brightness as well. Here you can see what is going on with the car. So right now nothing's going on. Let's see, I turn on the heat. Let's see if I can get the engine to recharge the battery. There you go, the engine turned on. As you can see right there, the engine is right now charging the battery. So green means it's giving battery to the battery, and blue means it's giving out power. You'll also see that mostly in the summer. That's why MPGs kind of go down during the winter time. You got your fuel and range. So you social, like right now I have 293 miles before I go to empty. But again, most people keep it on this screen alone, but you can always customize it to the other screens in case you want that too. So here you have your digital speedometer. You have different driving modes, so right now it's on normal. That way you change that, you have a little knob right here. You go either up or down. So right there, you have your sport mode, which will rely more on the engine. Eco will try to rely more on the battery, save you more miles, try to get you the most MPGs possible. Then you have snow mode, so that will adjust the traction on the car, the all-wheel drive on the car too. Basically, when there's snow on the road, you can figure that out. Let's say you forget to do that, the car will adapt automatically, like under 2 minutes, I say. All right, so your lights here are automatic by default. The good thing about automatic lights now, also your high beams are automatic as well. So again, skip button right here. You have your volume up, volume down. You have your home button, and then I'll go over the talk button a little bit once I program my phone to CarPlay. So here is where you turn on your other safety features. So you have your adaptive cruise control. You know it's on because you see this logo right there in the middle. And then we gotta do the lane keeping assist. You know that's on. As you can see, it's detecting one of the lines where I'm at. Once I start driving off, once the sensor picks up both of them, both lines will appear right there. Once they turn green, that means the car's gonna help me steer and stay in the middle of the line. That only happens when your minimum speed of 45 miles per hour. You have to go, the maximum speed is 90 miles per hour. Okay, so here's your wipers. One quick up is one quick swipe. The first one is for automatic wipers, and then down is your different levels. So again, just do one down to set it up for automatic. So once it takes rain, it will turn them on automatically. Here is your one for your back wiper, and you pull it towards you to turn on a wiper fluid, and not the wiper fluid is on the wipers themselves. So you won't be wasting as much. On the steering wheel here, you have your horn, and you have your heated steering wheel right here. You'll know it's on because you see the little orange light right there. Okay. Other than that, that's you have your generator braking pedals right here, which you can adapt when you're in drive. But if you have it on B, it will turn on all the generator braking. So I put it in drive. You know I'm in drive because you see D right there. So if I let go of the brakes, the car will start going. But let's say I put it in B when it's in full generator braking, so it's got to take as much advantage of the braking as possible. I'll let go of the gas. It's doing the regular thing, but let me tap on the gas. So turn a little bit. So the moment I let go, it starts braking for me and start charging the batteries. So let me drive. As you can see right there, I'm in B right now. Once I let go of the gas, it's gonna start braking for me, just like that. And it's gotta slowly start braking. Then I won't have to press on the brake pedal at all. So once you get used to the charging with the generator braking, you don't really have to touch the brake. But if you don't want to play around with that, you're more than welcome to just leave it and drive, and then just be a regular car. It's something you need to play around with. See if you feel comfortable playing with the different levels. Again, you can adjust it by this. I cannot do it right now because I'm not driving. But those little lines, so will appear next to the D. So just like that, and you can adjust them. The more you have them on, the more the generator braking is gonna start the moment you let go of the gas. All right, I'm gonna go over the middle. So right here is your sunglass holder. This is for your sunroof. You go back to open it. You're gonna make a stop, just press it again. You go forward to close it, and then to tilt it slightly, or either you have to press on it, and it will tilt for you. You have to turn off the lights completely. In the middle, it will basically, once you open the doors, it will turn on the lights or turn off the car. It will turn them on for you. And you want them all on just to see what's going on in the car, you can do that by doing that itself. You can manually turn one on if you need to by pressing this one. This is a dimming mirror, so this will dim down in case someone's in your blinds. Someone has those really high beams. This will dim down so you can still see behind you. All right, so this is your home screen on the car. So you have your radio here with FM. You can go through your presets. To set up a preset, it's pretty simple. So I'm gonna use 93.5. Enter. Let's say I want this as a preset. I can use one of the existing ones by pressing and holding, or I can make a new one right here on the side. Press and hold, it makes a new one. So you click on press and hold, it will program a new preset for you. You want to see what stations are playing locally, you can click station list, it will scan it and start showing you all the local stations that have. I would mostly use the HD ones that have the better quality. And you can also scan in case you want to do it as well. But most people don't use the radio anymore. Most people use CarPlay. So I'm going to borrow Jesse's phone real quick to set up CarPlay. So let's do that. All you have to do is you go to your phone, you go to settings, you go down to Bluetooth, you click connect new device, you scroll all the way to the bottom, it should be Honda CRV. You click pair, allow, wait for this to load up a little bit. You click yes that you want to use CarPlay. You click use CarPlay on the phone. Once it's done pairing, You click yes to the Honda Link Assist, and then here's your CarPlay. All you do with your phone, turn it off, just put it here on the wireless charging pad that you get with the Touring. So this is CarPlay. So the way this works is this is your home screen. You have your shortcuts right here, which is your navigation, just to use the Spotify. And you have your phone. Down underneath here, you have your home screen. So it shows you all your compatible apps. You see Jesse really enjoys Chick-fil-A right there. Spotify. So you can use Google Maps. It's just you have Waze. You can also use Waze. So now we go back to the talk button I pointed out earlier. All you do is you press and hold this. And you can ask it to set a navigation, call somebody, text somebody. So you don't really have to touch your phone anymore. Other than that, you can also see your phone here, but I was gonna just take you back to CarPlay. So most people just keep it on CarPlay nowadays. So I'm gonna go over some of the general settings. So in case you wanna add your husband, your wife, whoever is gonna be the second driver, all you do to set up their phone is you click smartphone connections. You can use CarPlay or Android Auto, and you just follow the same steps that I just showed you earlier with setting up Jesse's phone. Now we're gonna go over the settings. So we can go over the settings, make sure you have your key. So make sure it says driver 1, driver 2, whoever's using whatever key. So keyless access. So basically once I put my hand inside the handle, it will only open my door or all doors. I like to have all doors open, so I have it that way. When I put my hands inside the handle, it will give me a beeping and a flashing. I can either turn either of them off. If you live in Florida or you move to Florida, you don't have a useful remote start, you can turn that off as well. If you're in Illinois, you don't have to. Alright, so now we'll go to doors and windows. So first one, door lock. So once I hit 10 miles per hour, the doors will lock for me, or the moment I go away from park. So it's programmed, so if I go to reverse, locks the doors. There's a little slight humming on the car. Let me see if I can have it on. So there's a little bit of a humming. That's to let pedestrians know the car's coming. So it usually turns on when you go in reverse, or when you're in a area where there's a lot of people, the car will detect that and start humming to let pedestrians know the car's coming. Because I'm sitting in the car right now and it feels like it's off. The only reason I know it's on because I see ready and the AC is blowing. But if I had the AC off, I would just think the car is off the whole time. So we gotta go to the second one, unlock mode. So you can have the doors unlocked when you open your driver door, when you go back to park, or when you turn off the ignition. So for me, it's like I go back to park. So the way I like it is because when I go away from that, it locks it. And then when I go back to park, it unlocks it. This one is called the walkaway auto lock. So with the walkaway auto lock, basically what happens is the moment you turn off the car, close to the doors, it will give you one beep. Once you walk about 10 steps, it gives you a second beep saying the car is locked. Let's say you do leave the keys inside the car, it will never lock, which I'll show you guys later when I show you how it actually works. Other than that, if you have the walkaway auto lock, you don't have to worry about the lock presenting keyless lock answer back, remote window controls. In case you do want to turn off the window trick to unlock all the windows, then yes, you can turn that off from here. Other than that, leave everything else factory. You can set up a Wi-Fi hotspot for this car as well with AT&T. You also have Sirius XM on the car. Here's your hazards. And then you have your heated seats on each side as well. Unfortunately, the back seats are not heated. It's only the front seats. You have where your air's gonna flow from, your front and rear defrosters where your side mirrors now. And if you're in the car by yourself, make sure this is on. You know it's on the sync by the green light. So when I change the temperature, it switches both. But let's say someone is in the car with me, they want it hotter, they can do that themselves on their side. But if I'm by myself, I make sure it syncs is on. You have AC on and off. You have your USB right here and your USB-C. Your 12-volt outlet right here. When again over the driving modes, this is your downhill assist. So in case you're ever in North Carolina, you have big mountains to go to, and you need help with the downhill so you don't damage the car, you press this and it will do that for you. It will help you do that. This is your e-brake. You turn it on by pulling it up. You know it's on because you see the red light. There's two ways to release this. I can press on the brake and press this down. It releases for me. Or I can simply put on my seatbelt, put the car in drive, and then when I'm ready to go, just press the gas, and it automatically takes it out for me. One thing I do like is called the brake hold. So you do have to have your seatbelt on. You press on this, then brake hold will appear right in your cluster right there. So once I put it in drive, and let's say I'm in the light, it will show hold. So that when I see hold, I can take my foot off. So I'm not holding the brake at all. And once I tap on the gas, I see the green light. Press it, hold disappears from the cluster. And once I come to a stop again, and I see hold, I can take my foot off. So it's nice for stop and go traffic. Okay. Put in park. So right here you have also your cup holders as well. A little place to store your key in case you want to as well. Then you have your little cubby space right here with the little tray. Most people leave it right here, but you have a little insert right in here, so you just store it right there. There we go. Okay, so now let me show you how to do the walkaway auto lock. So you do, you exit the car, you wait for all the doors to close. One beep, so I have the key with me. Once I walk down steps, second beep, car is locked. And like I mentioned before, if the keys are stuck inside the car, because you forget about them, you close the doors at a setting, the car doesn't lock. So you don't have to worry about getting locked out. But any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. And yeah, till next time. Bye.